All right, you're making it through the modules. This is going to be a big one. This is something that you definitely have to get right. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the macros section. So those will kind of tie in together. But really, you have to develop this skill to make sure that you're tracking everything that you're eating. I'm serious. Like, if you're making your kids a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you lick the knife of peanut butter, obviously you probably didn't weigh it before you did that, but you need to track it and just estimate, just do an over exaggerated amount. So, once you get used to tracking food, you'll kind of get an idea of like how much stuff weighs. And so with peanut butter, you could be like, okay, that was 10 grams of peanut butter, and then go ahead and log it. Really, I'm serious. If I could tell you to be the most consistent and most diligent in anything, obviously the workouts are one, but this would be it. This is super important. So first and foremost, you need to have a food scale. You can't just guesstimate everything. I mean, it's okay to guesstimate, licking peanut butter off of a knife, because that's not going to be more than like 10 grams of peanut butter, unless it's a ton. But um, to really get your nutrition dialed in and to know exactly what you're consuming, you have to get a food scale. They're $5 to $10 on Amazon. I even put a link down here. That's the one that I use. Or you can browse the other ones. Honestly, you don't need anything super fancy. You just need something to be able to tell you how much stuff weighs in ounces and grams. Well, and milliliters, I would say. Well, I think grams and milliliters measure the same. Um, but anyway, if it has milliliters, grams, and ounces, you're good. I don't think it needs much more than that. But anyway, so that's kind of the first step. The second step is actually tracking it so that what how much it's adding up to, what you're actually consuming. And then you could go back and kind of analyze exactly what you're consuming and navigate that and see where you can, cut and see where you can, get back on track, that type of thing. So food scale, and then MyFitnessPal is probably the most advanced nutrition or macro counter. It has all the bells and whistle features. It's pretty cool. I actually just started using it. I was doing Carbon, which is actually uh, what's his name? Lane Norton. Sorry, I was spacing his name. I was kind of trying. His handle is BioLane, so that's what I call him. But his name's actually Lane Norton. Anyway, he developed that app, and it's actually a really good app. But I actually like a lot more that MyFitnessPal has. One thing specifically is it tracks fiber. And that's really what I've been most interested in, to make sure I'm consuming enough fiber. So I went with MyFitnessPal. It's $70 a year, super cheap. A Carbon, I think, was like $10 a month. There's other like macro stacks and other ones like that you can do, but MyFitnessPal is definitely the most advanced. And then I also put a link down here to link you there, so it'll go straight there. Um, but yeah, I mean that's really what the bulk of this course is about, is make sure that you understand how to weigh food and how to track it. Now, just a side note on the weighing food is you put your plate, on the scale, hit tare so that it goes back down to zero. So you're not counting the weight of that. And then put the food on, and then that's how you calculate. And just make sure that you're measuring every little piece of food. I'm serious. Like, for example, if you're having a burrito, obviously you don't need to weigh. Well, I mean, you could, if you want to get into the to the habit of it, weigh the tortilla. Even though on the packaging it's supposed to come out to that amount, I've seen it be off. But so you could do, the tortilla, the meat, of course, the cheese, definitely cheese. Cheese is high in fat. You'll definitely want to make sure that you track cheese. Any toppings, sauce. I mean, if it's 0 calorie, you don't have to track sauce, but Anything that you put on the burrito or on in the bowl or whatever you're eating, make sure you're tracking every little single thing. I promise it's going to be a difference changer or game changer. Anyway, so that I know that I took a lot of time just to kind of go over this, but I just want to stress the importance of it. Nutrition is 80% of it, working out is 20% of it. So I mean, really, you got to get the nutrition right. So that's all I can really stress. I will be going over another video, going over macros and all of that. And then that will kind of tie into MyFitnessPal because you'll put those macros in so that when you're tracking your food, it's actually chewing down from that number to tell you how much you have left, all of that. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. We'll see it.